Yes, guys, what's up? So, this is a response to 78 Sports TV video that he did. Canelo Alvarez rips Floyd Mayweather on the Mexican dates. I'm just gonna fly you through what 78 Sports TV said. If you haven't checked out his video, go check it out. But I'm just gonna quickly summarize it. He's basically saying that Floyd Mayweather Jr. whooped Canelo's ass. Um, he whooped Oscar De La Hoya's ass, whooped Victor Ortiz, all the Mexicans, and Canelo basically he doesn't have the right to say that Floyd you cannot fight on this date, so he's crying, saying Floyd, you ain't allowed to fight on this date. Get off. This is a Mexican holiday. I'm gonna fight on this date. And he also pays homage to Canelo, kind of in the beginning of the video, but for the most part it's a rip Canelo video, and rip the Mexicans, and it's a very I like 78 Sports TV, but I'm just keeping it real. And 78 Sports TV really rips Canelo and he bigs up Floyd being a black African American fighter. Kind of biased towards Floyd, but I'm not black, I'm not Mexican. And another thing, Canelo is my favourite fighter of all fighters. I've stated this before. I just like the way he fights, his style, the way he's proud. I just like what he is. But here's my opinion on 78 Sports TV's video. I agree with what he's saying. I 100% agree with what he's saying. He is not lying. Mayweather whooped every Mexican's ass, and you have to give Floyd credit in that regard, that there is no Hispanic Mexican fighter that could beat Floyd. He whooped them all. He beat them all. Guerrero, Ortiz, Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo. Canelo was supposed to be the guy, and Mayweather did make him look like a chump. And I agree with 78 Sports TV. My favorite fighter of all time is Muhammad Ali, and I have no bias against or for a black fighter because of the color of their skin. No, not for, not against. Maybe a little bit for, because I do look up to a lot of black people in history, and Muhammad Ali is definitely one of the ones top of the bunch. Malcolm X is another. But obviously right now at this moment in time, Canelo is my favorite fighter. But I'm not too keen on Floyd Mayweather Jr. for a number of reasons. But here's my thing. What I want to talk about these dates, and I'm gonna incorporate something a bit different. Is Mayweather Jr. wants to fight Pacquiao in May, right? That's what and I just did that two-finger thing, that sarcastic thing. I don't think Mayweather wants to fight Pacquiao in May, and I'll explain why. He's calling out Pacquiao, but he knows full well that Canelo is not budging off them dates. He knows full well that Cotto and Canelo is going to go ahead for May, right? So how can Freddie Roach train both Manny Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto? How can HBO and Showtime show two mega fights and allow the pay-per-view to get split between the two, not just the two companies on such a big pay-per-view event, but also in terms of other things? Well, like just generally, like the pay-per-view will get split between Showtime and HBO. The money will get split between Golden Boy, Top Rank, Mayweather Promotions. There's just too much going on, and you can't allow all that for one day. And Floyd knows this, and Floyd knows that Canelo Alvarez, he didn't earn the day. I'm gonna go with 78 Sports TV on this. I agree with what he's saying. I can't knock it. Canelo's my favorite fighter, but the truth is the truth is the truth, and the truth is Canelo got his ass whooped by Mayweather. He wasn't able to beat Mayweather. He didn't even get close to beating Mayweather. And Canelo didn't steal the day. He should, if he wanted the day, he should have beat Mayweather. This day is kind of a pride thing, I think, right about now for Canelo especially. But Mayweather Jr. understands this whole thing. And in my opinion, I think Floyd knows that it's not possible for Mayweather to go and fight Pacquiao on this day because of the Freddie Roach and Bob Arum thing, and the Miguel Cotto training with Freddie Roach and Bob Arum, and so many intangibles, and Mayweather understands he's causing a huge problem. But Canelo's not going to budge off this date because he's Mexican, and that's the truth. But Canelo himself has no right to say, Floyd Mayweather Jr., you have no right to fight on this date. This is a Mexican date. Canelo doesn't have the right to say that. Okay, fans have the right to say that. Multiple people have the right to say that. Bob Arum's in his right to say that because obviously what's going to happen with Pacquiao Mayweather if it does happen. But I don't think Mayweather wants that fight. I don't think Mayweather wants the Pacquiao fight. I think he's just saying it just to say that, I wanted the fight, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Mayweather's very clever. I'm not going to say a few things, but I know a couple of things. Not in regards to Mayweather Pacquiao, but a couple of other things, which makes me really believe, and I think a lot of people, the general public, don't understand this, but I think Mayweather's very, very clever, and he's doing something right now which, trust me, he doesn't want the Pacquiao fight. That's not the fight he's after. I don't know if he's still scared of Pacquiao or what it is, but he doesn't want the Pacquiao fight for whatever reason. He doesn't want it, and I think one of the major things. There's another reason for it as well, but I think one major reason why I'm saying this is because of the thing of Freddie Roach. He knows Cotto and Pacquiao both trained. He knows that Showtime and HBO pay-per-view will be split between the two. He knows that there'll be a huge split between Mayweather Promotions, Golden Boy Promotions, and Top Rank, and it'll just be such a difficult task. And Bob Arum on top of that, you really think he's gonna let? Where would Pacquiao fight, on HBO or Showtime or what? How would that work? So, and we know that they're not going to fight on the same card. So what, how do you do this? Does Bob Arum let Pacquiao go for a day? You know what I mean? And risk taking money away from the Cotto and Canelo fight as well on top of that. So, it is what it is. But I do understand what 78 Sports TV is saying. And you know what? Props to Mayweather. Mayweather did whip every Mexican Hispanic's ass. And Canelo is my favourite fighter, so you can't say I don't like Mexicans because I'm always bigging up Canelo, always. So you can't say nothing to me in respect to that. Canelo is my favourite fighter. I'm just keeping it real, and this is Be Real TV, and I'm keeping it 100% real, you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. The truth is the truth is the truth. I don't kiss no Mayweather's ass. I'm not necessarily, I critique Mayweather more than anything. I call the Mayweather hater loads. But if I'm saying this, it must be true, right? Because I'm on the flip side of the coin, arguably, even though I don't think I'm biased, but I do give Mayweather a lot of stick. But in this regard, he whooped Canelo's ass and he whooped every Mexican's ass. So Canelo has no right to say get off this date because Mayweather did take that date off Oscar De La Hoya, and Mayweather's ran this date for so long. Why should he get off it now? You know what I mean? If Canelo beat him, then get off the date, but he didn't. So in that respect, yeah, I get it. But in the other respect, Mayweather himself understands this whole Pacquiao situation. I think that's what it translates out to. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. Make sure you subscribe as always. Check out 78 Sports TV's channel. He talks a lot of shit. Talks a lot of sense as well, though. So shout out to 78 Sports TV. Good channel, great channel, brilliant channel. In a bit.